This right here is the gear that got me over $100,000 in the last 12 months. And all of this costs much less than you would actually think. But I will not only tell you why I sold everything else I owned and just kept this gear, but I will also give you the 3 most valuable lessons I learned when it comes to choosing the right gear for your job. Let's get right into it. I always loved cameras and camera gear, and everything I wanted growing up was working in the camera, photography, filmmaking industry. And now at age 25, working as a videographer and YouTube editor, I kind of accomplished the goal of working with cameras. And I think I owned and sold more than 15 cameras across the last 10 years. And I really wished I would have made videos like these back then, just to keep track of all the different things I owned across the years. So for the first time in years, what is in my camera bag? The camera bag I've been using for the last 2 years is the Lav Pro Tactic 450, I think. It's very durable and I don't think you can get something better for the money you pay. I think it's 180 bucks. What else would you want from a camera backpack? Black, spacious, not overpriced. Perfect. We're starting off with the classic. This is my completely destroyed iPhone 11 Pro Max, I think 12 Pro Max, I don't actually know. I think you can pretty much tell that I've been with it through hell, and I recently upgraded it to the iPhone 17 base model. The greatest iPhone ever made. I think you can see it also has a slight bender. Don't know how that happened. Or do I? It's actually scary to me how great pictures and video look nowadays coming from an iPhone or Samsung or Xiaomi, whatever. But it also puts a lot of pressure on the camera companies, which I think results in better cameras for everyone. Next up is one of my absolute favorite lenses of all time. This is the Sony 24-105 f4. I already said this in an earlier video, but I will never sell that lens. The image quality is simply amazing, and when you're traveling or shooting handheld most of the time, the optical image stabilization in this lens is absolutely amazing. Another lens I always carry with me is this Sigma 60mm with a 1.4 aperture. You can get those nice wide angle shots. It's a low light monster and honestly one of the sharpest lenses I own. Love this thing. I totally forgot to tell you about the star of the show, which is the cam that I'm actually recording this video with right now. This right there is my favorite camera and the best camera I've ever owned. This is the Sony a7C Mark II. I honestly don't know why not more people are using this camera or why it's not more frequently spoken of. I would describe it as a miniaturized, very light, travel-sized little brother of an FX3. S-Log3, great image quality, 33 megapixels I think. So it's honestly great for photos. It's incredibly light and you get all the new AI features. I honestly don't know why not more people are owning this camera. If you haven't tried it out yet, please rent it out and try it for yourself. The lens we're shooting on right now is the Siri full frame anamorphic, first of its kind autofocus full frame Sony cinema lens. And if you don't know what anamorphic lenses are or work with anamorphic lenses at all, just give it a search and I can tell you, you will spend money on an anamorphic lens either now or in the future. You're welcome. The second camera I bring with me is the Lumix DX80. I always said I'm exclusively working with Sony cameras, but this little Lumix camera just fought for my heart and I'm bringing it everywhere. It just has a very specific character to it, and for the size and the price you pay for it, it has so much character and reminds me of a Fuji cam. And I think the first time I ever saw this thing was in a video from Teo Crawford. And if you haven't heard from him yet, I will link his videos down below. Thank you, Teo, for making me buying this camera. Another non-negotiable for me are these magic arms. You can use them to mount your camera to any surface or any door or any frame you find on set and get some pretty great angles with it. I carry one of them everywhere I go. Just for the same use case, I always bring a Gorilla Pod with me. I know most people don't really like Gorilla Pods. I do like them, and I still use them to mount the camera to a pole or just use it as a mini tripod when I don't bring the big one because I don't enjoy my big tripod. If you do have tripod recommendations, leave them down below. Another quick accessory I think everyone has in his camera bag. Do I need to explain this? Kind of a no-brainer. Now for on-top camera audio, I'm using the Rode VideoMic Pro Plus. I also enjoy working with Sennheiser or any other microphone brand, but Rode and Sennheiser are my favorites, and when you start the camera, the mic starts automatically. Can't go wrong with it. I also bring with me an unnecessary big pouch of camera batteries and everything you need to charge the camera. They are unbelievably expensive, but you can't go without them. So what would we do in a world without them? And the last pouch I always bring with me is my lavalier mics. I'm using them right now. I got a set of 2 of those. These are the Tascam DR10L. For the price you pay for them nowadays, I think you could get something better or cheaper with same quality, but I enjoy them, they never broke on me, and I will continue to use them on every shoot. And inside my camera bag right now always is another bag, because why not? And in there are these camera accessories you just need on every shoot, like different color tape or a CF Express card reader. If you never had to work with them before, just do me a favor and search for Sony CF Express card reader and enjoy the price you pay for it. Something I wish I bought way sooner is this camera tool. I think it's 20 bucks and you got everything you need always with you. I don't know why I didn't knew this thing existed, but thank you, Jannis, for sharing this with me. And one of the first pieces of filmmaking gear I think I've ever owned is this backpack shoulder strap mount for cameras. Now, I also know there are a lot of people hating these, there are a lot of people loving these. I do love this thing because I just hate camera straps. I can't stand them, even though they probably are the greatest invention for the problem of not carrying your camera with your hands. This is the second best option though. I can really recommend them. I'll bring it out everywhere I go. I got a nice little pouch for my camera filters. For example, a little mist filter for the 16mm or just the classic ND filters you would use on everyday shoots. A little watertight SD card holder. I think that's what they're called. And that's pretty much my camera gear. As you can tell, I'm not owning a drone or a gimbal right now, although I really would love to buy the RS4 Mini. Thinking about that for a while now. And now you might be wondering, John, what about studio shootings and another camera and an FX3 or an FX6 or better lenses? What about microphones? What about lights? And the answer to that is one of the 3 lessons I want to teach you. Rent your gear. I needed to sell so much gear I owned because I bought it for a shoot. We used it once or none at all, and then it just sits on the shelf and never gets used. Rent as much gear as you can. If it's for a company, it's a business expense. You got full insurance on it, and you can always work with the newest model and the highest tech you can find for your shoot. I really wish I would have started sooner with renting gear. Also, when you're thinking about buying a new camera, rent it out first, test it for a couple of days, send it back, and then order the camera you really need. Maybe you don't need the FX6 to film your sister-in-law's drunk husband's wedding. Maybe you don't. Or maybe you do, but you can figure that out when renting the right gear. The next lesson is something I had to learn the hard way. Forbid yourself to buy new gear in times when you're not taking action. Buying new gear will not solve your problem of not taking action. You're not going to start shooting with the better camera. You're not going to get more sales when you're buying the new lens. That's just not how it works. Start shooting, and if you want to progress and get it better, then get the better camera or the better lens or whatever you need. But you will not solve your problem of not taking action just by buying a piece of gear that will solve it for you. I did that more times than I would like to admit. It does not solve your problem. The process of you procrastinating and not making a video is not going to change if you buy a new camera. Trust me. And the last lesson I have for you is maximize your skills with the tools you already have. If you own 3 lights and you want to light a studio scene, ask yourself, do I really need to rent out 7 more lights, or could I do it with my 3? Get better with the things you already own. When I started as a photographer, I used these 2 lenses to shoot 2 complete weddings. A zoom lens and a 16mm prime. Works out perfectly. Just get so much better with the gear you already have, and you will see that you can progress way faster than if you would buy an FX3 just because you feel like it, or buy 7 apertures just because you think you need to light the studio in the certain way you learned it. Maximize your skill with the tools you already have. Now please let me know, what gear are you using? I'm very happy that I'm taking action right now and making this video for you. It is something I wanted to do for the last 5 years, and here it is. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.